You know those huge life milestones we all chase? We post about them, our families celebrate them. But what happens when that ultimate symbol of success, the very thing you were so proud to own, actually ends up owning you? Well, we're going to dive into a quick story that really gets you thinking about the real price of a dream. Okay, so let's set the scene. Meet Amit. He's 30 years old, and he's just done it. He's bought his first house. For so many of us, that's the dream, right? It's not just a piece of property, it's the ultimate sign that you finally made it. And in that moment, it felt like absolutely everything. This wasn't just checking a box on some to-do list. Nope. This was one of those achievements that kind of redefines who you are, not just to yourself, but to everyone else too. Just imagine that feeling for a second. For Amit, it was this incredible rush, a deep, powerful sense of accomplishment that basically just screamed, I did it, I'm here. It was the payoff for years of hard work and saving. And that feeling was echoed everywhere. You know how it goes. The Instagram posts gets flooded with likes. His family, they were just beaming with pride. And society in general kind of gives you this big collective nod, like, yep, you've done the right thing. He was, by all accounts, a success. And that high was awesome, but it wasn't built to last. Fast forward just 6 short months, and the whole picture starts to look, well, completely different. So, what really happened after all the champagne was gone and the first few mortgage payments started hitting the bank account? This is where that perfect dream starts to show some cracks, and the story takes a really sharp turn. First, the financial safety net, it was just gone, wiped out. Every single dollar he had scraped together over the years was sucked up by the down payment, the closing costs, all of it. He was starting from absolute zero. Then came the bill that would show up every single month. And it all boiled down to this one absolutely staggering number, 50%. Before he can even think about food or gas, half of his entire paycheck was already spoken for. Let's really break that down. Imagine your salary. Now slice it right down the middle. One half is gone, just to the mortgage. That leaves the other 50% for literally everything else. We're talking bills, groceries, transportation, and maybe having a life. The pressure was on. And this had a massive domino effect. With basically no cash to spare, things like investing for retirement or putting money in the market, that stopped completely. And his career, he was stuck. I mean, how could he even think about switching jobs, even for a way better one, when he had this giant, scary payment looming over him every month? His freedom was just gone. And that brings us right to the heart of it all, the hidden price tag that came with his dream house. What he thought he was getting versus what it was actually costing him. So here's the trade-off, laid out as clearly as possible. On one side, you've got the dream. He's got an asset, a sense of stability, and all that pride. But the reality on the other side? No savings, being trapped in his job, and a total freeze on his financial future. The real cost was so much bigger than just the number on the sale agreement. All of this really makes you ask a fundamental question about who's in control here. It's a question about ownership, but probably not in the way we usually think about it. Let's just pause and think about that for a second. After all the financial stress, the lost freedom, what did Amit actually purchase? I mean, his goal was crystal clear. He thought he bought a house, a place to call his own, an investment that was supposed to grow. That's what it looked like on paper. But the truth, it was the total opposite. All of a sudden, the house was calling all the shots. Every career move, every spending choice, every plan for the future, it was all about feeding this one giant asset. He didn't own the house at all. The house owned him. And that kind of leaves us with a really important question for our own lives, doesn't it? As we're all out there chasing our own big goals, that car, that promotion, you name it, it's worth stopping to ask a very simple but very powerful question. In the end, am I going to own this thing, or is it going to own me?